Welcome everyone to a quick Tortuga Power channel update. I'll be playing in the background Medieval Dynasty. I have really been enjoying this game. I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but I am sick right now, which is why I haven't been getting videos out. I figured I'd make a short video before my voice gives out on me, just to explain what's been going on. But I also want to briefly set up a premise of like what this game is. It's a survival, like a medieval time survival. Well, it's called Medieval Dynasty. You can probably tell that this is a survival type game. Although it's actually focused a lot more on building a community, and you actually manage the people. You give them different tasks and all that. Now, I'm very early on into that part of it. I've only got one person, as you can see here. And you can build up, like 20 people or so. A real town. One of the things I love the most, and something I look for a lot in the survival games I play now, is a sense of progression. And by that I actually mean like a visual progression of the landscape. So let's say that a lot of the landscape first look like this. Now you can notice as I keep panning over here that there's a couple buildings there, and there's a lack of trees. Now part of that is the terrain over there to begin with, but part of it is also that I cut down the trees. You can see that there's some stumps right by my cursor. That actually changes the feel of the landscape. It actually gives you this sense that you remember when the trees were there, and now you know that there's a building there instead. And it gives this, I've never felt it so strongly as in this game, but it gives this real sense of like the landscape of the it's changing from wilderness to civilization. And that's nowhere more true than the center place I have here, which is my little town. Notice my lovely insulated, like elite building, which is my own. Even though I don't know if I should be giving the highest insulation to myself. Anyway, so I set up a bit of a town here. As far as what we're going to do while I'm yabbing on about Terra Invicta and all these other series and all that, I need to go over to Rolnica to run an errand. What I'm doing is actually I'm dropping off a lot of goods that I've crafted, and it's time to sell them. So here we go. Okay, so current channel series. Let's start with Terra Invicta. It is definitely still ongoing. No fear that this one is going to be dropped. I plan to finish it. We're playing as the Academy, of course. A lot of people already know that, and I think a lot of you are also following it. Now, I am just taking a break until my voice catches up. I want to get it down to like 4 days per recording. It's been a week since the last one by now, but that's just by merit of in the United States we had Halloween. We had Thanksgiving last week, and I actually got sick around that time, even though we were, actually staying secluded and didn't go visit people for that, but I still got sick anyhow. And yeah, so the only reason Terra Invicta videos are not coming out is because I am sick. That's it. Also, I had a Kerbal Space Program series I never finished. I was going to do one final episode on that. I will not be doing one final episode on that. Basically, I got to a point in that one where the last thing I wanted to do was an extra Kerbin, like outside of the influence of Kerbin mission, like to Duna, for example, or maybe the equivalent of Venus. I forgot the name of it. I won't be doing that now because mainly without any mods, which is what that series was supposed to be about, a vanilla playthrough. It's actually extremely difficult to set up a mission. It's not extremely difficult, but it's tedious, I would say. It's tedious to set up a mission to the other two. So I just kind of gave up on it, and I think that ultimately, in order to do those missions, it would just be a lot easier to have MechJeb or whatever it is that just automatically plots those intercepts for you. It would have been very helpful to have that, but since I don't have it, I'll just skip that last video. But we had a lot of fun with it. We got 22 episodes out of it. Another one which was on the channel and will return is Factorio. So I think I'm on finished episode 8, and episode 9 is halfway done and probably just needs to be edited and put up. I know that that's not a very popular series. Neither really was the Kerbal Space Program one, but I really enjoy Factorio. Both that and Kerbal Space Program, I think those are some of the best games to come out. So those are just, I don't know, I always welcome on the channel, I would say. And I do plan to do a few more episodes on Factorio, at least get through advanced oil processing before I hang up the spurs on that one. Upcoming series. This is exciting. Rule the Waves will be coming back to the channel. I guess it's just this Rule the Waves 3 thing has been pushed out so far. I kind of thought I would be waiting for that, but because of Naval Warfare Simulation, the original publisher / developer, has now been paired up with Slytherin for Rule the Waves 3. That's interesting. I actually don't know that much about it. I don't think I'm in for somehow. I think it's a surprise. No, not a good surprise, but I'm not actually in the press circuit for that. I'm not getting the notifications. I see that Slytherin has put out a few videos on that, but I wasn't really following it closely. Anyway, that's interesting. Rule the Waves is always welcome on my channel, right? I think that basically Rule the Waves is my channel, or it was that way for a small amount of time. Then the other thing is I want to get back into either Cold Waters or War on the Sea. One of those two is just very easy to record those. They're a lot of fun. It's the perfect kind of light recording that I think would fit well on the channel as we enter December, like around Christmas time, just because those episodes will be easy to record and I can put them out. Anyway, I'm at my destination, and really the destination of this video, which was just to give a brief summary of what's going on the channel, has also been reached. So I think I can conclude the video here before I pick up my... Do they have a baby one? I don't want... yes. A piglet. I want to buy that. Do I have enough money? I need to sell my goods. I guess I can show you the... Oh, Ermina, come back here. Don't go to bed yet. Where'd you go? So yeah, medieval. So the channel series stuff is out of the way, but now I can actually talk a little bit more about some fun stuff with Medieval Dynasty. This is not yet multiplayer, but I think that this is a great game, and I hope that one day it is multiplayer, because it's the kind of game I would like to play with other people. Now that said, oh gosh, my throat. Since it's not multiplayer, I think it's a great game. But it's also, you know, the same old. There's nothing. I think that I would call this almost like single player Banished with the management aspect of it. That's pretty cool. But aside from that, this is just your standard survival game. I would say it's on the top tier of them. A really good one. Don't mind me as I sell a lot of poison, because that's how I make my money. One of the ways, I should say, at least. So the management aspect, I haven't gotten too far into that, but I think it'll be pretty interesting to experiment with. And what do we have? Does she have enough money? 300. So she barely has enough money. And she does not have enough money for my wicker basket economy. So let me go somewhere else.
See you soon.
Yeah, I mean, this is not... Oh.
Greetings, stranger.
Show me your wares. Would you like to buy some wicker baskets? I made them. I need to sell them. Great. So hopefully that's enough money. It looks like it is to get a couple of pigs and I need a couple of pigs, and I also need a chicken. So I'll go ahead and do that purchasing off camera. But yeah, anyway, this is a great game. I had a lot of fun with it. You can see that when I'm sick, I was able to spend a lot of time, especially over the Thanksgiving holiday weekend for us here in the United States, playing it. It's an easy recommend. It's not something that I would play on the channel. I've actually been thinking about starting up my Twitch channel again. It's been there forever, but I've only ever used it as, when I don't want to stream something on Discord, I'll go to Twitch sometimes. Or, it's basically it's not meant for like huge audience consumption. But if by the time this video is posting, I'm starting to get the Twitch thing going again, this kind of game would be perfect for Twitch, I think, where it's, there's a lot of dead time. It's more about interacting and just hanging out. But, okay, that's it for this video then. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I feel better enough, and the next Terra Invicta video can be out in the next couple of days, so call that Wednesday or Thursday. I probably should say I'd shoot for Thursday. And on top of that, Factorio hopefully are added for that. And then Rule the Waves, you can expect an announcement and a poll about which nation to play and all that in the very near future. So I hope you're having a nice December. Is it December? Not quite, but probably by the time the video goes out. The holiday season. Hope it's a nice one for you. And I'm sure I'll catch you around on the comment section, or my Discord, or wherever. Thanks for watching.